Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show live. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're doing okay. My name is Henry Harris. Such an honor to be with you this morning. I want to ask you to do what I'm getting ready to do with my phone or your iPad or whatever. Take a minute and share uh, today's broadcast. We got a great subject for you today. A great subject. I hope everyone is um, having an amazing day, and I'm having an amazing day. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. Where are you watching from? Um, I would really, really like to know. But again, once again, we have an amazing subject. This is something I've never done before. I've never went live on my page, but I've been thinking about it for quite some while now, and I say, you know what? I have a heart that I like to inspire people, and I want to encourage people and motivate people. And I said, I want to do that. This is totally different. It's a part of my show, but it's totally different. All the other stuff is edited and stuff. This is just live, and what you see is what you get. It's live, unfiltered, raw. We're just going to talk about everything: mental health, um, mental health. What else? Um, Divorce, dating, whatever you can think of. We're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it because it's important. My motto, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but it said, "What matters to you matters to me." And that is so important. And I want you to know that, even though that logo is no longer not for this year, but it still carries on, and it's true. What matters to you matters to me, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to talk about. So I hope everybody's doing good today. Hit that share button. Hit the share button. Show me some hearts. Show me some likes. We will be doing this every other Friday. So we'll be doing this 2 times a month on Friday. There's no specific time, um, but we'll be on for about a little bit about an hour or less. This is, like I said, this is different for me, and I like it. Tell me, do you like it? Do you like the background? Ain't it pretty? My handsome self right there on the right. Today I want to talk about something. Um, I'm going to take my time, and I want to talk about, is it safe to tell someone everything? You know, I'll be honest. I've been thinking about this and pondering about this for weeks, and never really came out to talk about it yet. Is it really safe to share everything with someone? Now, some people would say, well, I guess that would depend. And if you think about it, you would say, well, it depends on what? Who you're sharing things with. Because overall, many of us know deep down in our hearts that it's not safe to share everything with everyone. I think then again, you got that thing of it depends on who you're sharing things with. Because sometimes people, if you really think about it, sometimes people, it's not that they don't create a safe place or a safe space for you to share. It's just that sometimes people are really hard to trust. Hmm. Do you agree with that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Why do you think people feel obligated or entitled to share everything with someone? You see, I feel like you don't have to do that. I feel like you don't have to do that. And we're going to talk a lot about trust. We're going to talk about confession. We're going to talk about the contrast between transparency and vulnerability. We're going to talk about all that stuff here in a few minutes. But I'm just kind of laying a little foundation. I just want you to think just for a second. Um, As I've been thinking and pondering over the last several days, why do people do that? Why do people feel like they have to tell everything? Oh, I gotta tell such and such everything. We almost feel like we're entitled to, like it's something that we have to do. And I'm here to tell you that in reality, you really don't. You really don't. And then again, if it's that person that you have like a safe space with, I say space and place because if you're gonna be open with someone, vulnerable, transparent, whatever you want to call it, I feel like that's your space. It's just like in your house, that's your space, which means this is my space. This is my comfort zone. And we don't just let anybody just barge up into our home, do we? We don't let anybody just come in and violate who we are and our boundaries and what we do in our own home. So why would we do it and let people come in and violate it in our own lives? A lot of it could be that we're just naive and we just very maybe we're too transparent, maybe we're too open, and sometimes we just don't know the difference. Sometimes we just don't know that sometimes it's okay to keep things to yourself or to keep it for the right person. I know a lot of times it's hard. We're gonna talk about this too. I know sometimes it's hard to process in private. It really is. More or less to process with someone else. How many of you have been through that before where you've been through something and you know you need to talk to someone? You know you need to open up to someone or with someone, but you are afraid to. I always say there's two reasons why people do that. Number one, the one reason why they do it is because fear of retaliation. Number two, they do it fear of judgment. And number three, they do it because they're afraid that whatever's being said will be used against them. If you want to ask why people refuse to open up to people, I would say that those are some very common reasons why people would do that. But so we're moving right along. And once again, I appreciate all of you for watching the Bro Henry You Show live this morning. And we're going to have a good discussion. And I want everybody to participate. Comment if you like. Share the video. It's going to be amazing. So, should we tell everyone everything? That's the $1 million question. Should we tell everyone everything? I think the key word here is everything. What do you mean by everything? I was thinking about this also. What would our relationships look like? What would our friendships look like? What would our marriages look like? What would our relationship and connection with people look like if you reveal your authentic self to them? Now, I'm not talking about or referring to the person that you're covering up. Because many of us are truly not our authentic selves. We are impersonating who we think people want us to be rather than living out and being our authentic selves and who we truly are. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the real, uncut, raw, unfiltered Henry. What would my relationship look like with the people that I'm associated with? My friends, my family, my loved ones. What would that look like if you reveal your authentic self to people? What would it look like if I told you the full truth of who I am? And what if I told you my darkest secrets, my insecurities? What if we reveal things about ourselves that only you and God knows? The problem is not transparency, but more so with who? People think, well, it's a transparency problem. It's not really. The problem is who you're sharing information with. That's the problem. How would people treat you? You think they would treat you differently if you reveal your darkest secrets and some of the things that you're struggling with, your insecurities, your doubts, your worries? What if you came out and said everything about yourself? You know, only that stuff that you and God knows about and nobody else knows. Some say it's not wise to reveal everything, and I'll be honest, I agree with that. I don't think it's wise to reveal everything. I just don't. You know, I know some people feel like they are entitled to, or they see it as a moment of transparency that, oh, I got to tell everything. The reality of it is, sometimes it's just wisdom not to say nothing at all. Or as I said earlier, if you have to process with someone else, or even with yourself, if you can, do whatever you have to do that's going to produce and bring healing in your life. You know, I would agree, and there are many reasons why you shouldn't do that. And we'll talk about that here later. Some um, so here's a question I want to ask you. Who do you trust with personal information about yourself? Who do you trust with personal information about yourself? Can you recall one person in your life? And I want you to think just right quick. Can you recall one person in your life that you can be unfiltered and raw with about you? Again, not the person that you're impersonating or think or want people or that people want you to be. I'm talking about your authentic self, who you are as a person. Can you recall that one person? I can. I actually I have a few people in my life I know I can be real with. I have a few people in my life that I know that won't be critical um or would judge me or look down upon me. A few people that would do that. Sometimes we tend to think because we are a safe place or transparent. I think this is a problem for so many people. We think that because everybody else is trustworthy and everybody else is transparent, everybody else is nice, that we'll assume that everybody is just like us, and you know that's not true. That is so far from the truth because the reality of it is everybody is not like you. They're just not. Everybody don't believe like you. Everybody's not nice like you. And everybody is not trustworthy. Just because they're nice don't mean they're trustworthy. Just because, oh, they're my friend on Facebook, that doesn't mean that they're trustworthy. I'm just being honest with you. It doesn't mean that. But you know what? This is what's important. What's important is that you put yourself in a position of not feeling like you have to tell everything, but also being aware of who you share things with. That's just not wisdom at the end of the day. It's not wisdom at the end of the day to do that. And you don't have to do that. If you're watching right now, you feel obligated, like, oh, I have to do this, I have to tell everything. The reality of it is you don't have to do that. So keep that in mind. It will save us a lot of hurt and disappointment in the end if we would stop associating ourselves with other people that we feel is just like us. Because everybody is not like you and they're not designed to be like you. If you have two people in your life, I don't care if it's two or even one person in your life that you can share things with, I'm here to tell you today that you are blessed. If you just got that one person in your life that you can just share anything with, everything with, without you feeling like you have to withhold anything from them or withhold your authentic self or withhold information, you are blessed because that is very, in 2021, that is very, very rare today. That is very rare that you find that one person. See, sometimes people feel like they need an army of people. I need an army of people to share things with. But the reality of it is, no, you don't. You just need a few people in your life who are a safe place for you. You remember that word safe place? We talked about that a few minutes ago. What is a safe place? What does that actually mean? A safe place is a person you can be fully open with without holding back or withholding information. It is a person that you're comfortable with and you share very intimate details with regarding your situation or yourself. So listen to this. If you told everyone everything, if you told everyone everything, there would be, and I want you to think about this for a second. I was thinking about this the other day too. I said, if you told everyone everything, there would be many divorces. Now, I want you, I want you to pay attention to this. There would be many divorces. If you told everyone everything, there would be many divorces. Friendships would come to an halt, and relationships would cease. Why? Because some. Now, this is gonna be pretty deep for some of you. You know why that happens? Because some people are not ready for the real you. Some people are not ready for that. For you to see, let me say this. Some it's easy to be fake. It's easy to pretend. It's easy to be something that you're not. And why am I talking about this? Because I was that person at one time. I try to uphold an image because I wanted everybody to see me in a certain light. Now I just simply don't care anymore. And I feel like part of that life, I'm not saying I wasted it, but I did waste the majority of it impersonating and being what people wanted me to be instead of being my authentic self. So that's important. So I guess also with that being said, people say, well, if you don't tell everything, you're lying. You're being deceptive. I don't see it that way. I think sometimes it's wisdom to just be careful who you share things with. I think it's just wisdom that says, you know, you don't have to reveal everything. You don't have to tell everything. Like I said, if you told everything, you wouldn't be married. Well, there was a girl at work that gave me her number. Say that to your wife. Now, I'm not saying you can't reveal things. There's some things you should say and you should, but don't feel obligated to. There'll be many divorces. Friendships will come to an halt, and relationships would cease. Some people are just not ready for you. They're not ready for you. They're not ready for your transparency. They're not ready for who you are. But you know what? There is a people. Mm, mm, mm. There is a people out there that is ready for the real you. You don't have to sit back. Where are they at? They're there. There's a real. So we always worry about people liking us uh and validating us and all this type of stuff. There is a people out there that will love you, accept you for who you are, and I say this all the time, for who you are and not necessarily for what they think you should be. Those are the type of people I want in my life because I'm not changing. I'm Henry. I'm not going to change. If you don't like me, I always say that's your problem. But there is a people out there that will like me. If you don't like my message or my presentation, we can still be friends, but there are real friends out there that will accept me and listen to my message and my heart. Hmm. I wonder if that could be the problem that we don't listen to people's hearts. We're so quick to judge and to be critical towards people. But if we took the time to listen to people's hearts, I think that's a valuable lesson we all can learn today. Listening to people's hearts. So keep that in mind. Not everybody is ready for you. When people tell you, and I hear people say this all the time, trust me, I hear it. They'll say, I love you unconditionally. And you can share anything with me. You can tell me anything. I won't judge you. I won't look down upon you. I won't view you differently. I'm going to love you regardless. And bam, as soon as you do that, they walk away. They do the very thing that they said they would not do. They view you differently. They talk behind your back. They share your information with other people that you thought was confidential. And I would question that person who said, I love you unconditionally. I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you, sister. You can share everything with me. You can tell me anything because I love you unconditionally. And once you open up and they walk away and they treat you different, they don't talk to you anymore. They act like they don't know your name. They act like they don't know you. I would question if that person truly loved me to begin with. Because think about it. What if you were really raw about yourself? What if you came out and said, I struggle with porn? What if you came out and said that? Or I struggle with some addiction, or smoking, or drugs. I'm talking about stuff that you keep hidden that you don't want nobody to know about. What if you came out and shit? Would they still love you? Would they stay? I've had these experiences in my life. I love it when people say, "Oh, I love you unconditionally." Okay, let me tell you something about myself that maybe you don't know. Let's see if you'll stick around. Unconditionally, that means without attachments, right? That's what unconditional means. There is it's limitless. There's no attachments to it. So when people say I love you, you can tell me anything, and then they act different when you do. It will make me question if you truly love me to begin with. Because true, and if you agree with this, let me know in the comment section. True, authentic love does not operate that way. If I love you, I'm going to love you for who you are and where you're at right now on your journey. It's not about where I want you to be. And I think that's the problem with other people. We look at people's lives like, I wish they weren't there. Now, of course, some people are in some unhealthy situations and circumstances that we wish we could change. But we're not responsible for trying to change the world or change someone else. We are responsible for living out our own lives and being who we are instead of worrying about other people. Not only is trust important, so listen to this, not only is trust important, but confession is important. So I want to briefly kind of talk about the two. What's the difference between trust and confession? We've all shared things with people that we thought would stay between you and that person, right? You sat down at the dinner table with someone or had breakfast with someone, and you said, I need to share something with you. There's something I need to talk to you about. We've all done that. And you find out later that whatever you shared with them went all over town. Everybody knows about it. So, what do you do when the person that you trusted violated your trust? We're talking about trust now, not confession. We'll talk about confession after the break. So, what do you do when somebody violates your trust? That person that you love and you're close to, and you share some personal and valuable information with them, and you find out that the very person that did that, they violated your trust. Do I trust them again? Do I give them another chance? Do I put them in a position of earning my trust? I actually cringe every time I hear that when someone say, "Well, you did hurt me and you did violate my trust. So, in order for you to obtain or get that status back, you have to earn it." How many times people have said that? You have to earn my trust. I don't believe in that. How can someone fully trust someone ever again when the reality of it is that whatever they did to you will always be in the back of your mind? How's that earning it? It will always be in the back of your mind what they did to you. But we say, okay, you violate my trust, you betrayed me, you hurt me. I'm going to give you another chance to earn my trust. What level that you have to be to for you to give that person access back to that area in your life again? What area? When do you say, okay, I fully trust you again? I fully trust you. I have no thoughts that you're going to cheat on me again. I have no thoughts that you're going to hurt me again. I have no thoughts that you're going to do me wrong. When do you ever get to that point? That's why I don't believe in the trust is earned. Are you sure you trust them? Let me tell you something today that maybe you've never heard before. Trust is a gift. Trust is a gift. It is not earned. If someone violates your trust, you can either extend that gift back to them. In other words, you're stepping out on a big limb. You can extend that gift back to them, or you can say, you know what? I'm gonna create boundaries between me and you, and I love you, but I love you from a distance. But we can't be connected. Why? Because I don't want to be hurt again. And it's okay to say that. That way you don't find yourself back in a situation that you were in to begin with. One of many reasons why people shut down is because their trust has been violated. We always wonder, well, why they won't open up to me. There may be a reason why they're not opening up to you. There may be a reason why they're not wanting to tell you anything. I used to be that way at the same time, and I'll be honest. At times, I'm still that way, where I'm very cautious who I open up to or who I talk to, because I've been hurt in the past, especially in religious circles. I've been so hurt in the past. It's like, who do I talk to? Who do I run to, as that love song says, when I need love, when I need affection, when I need someone to talk to or share things with? Who do I go to? Who do I run to? Who do I do that to? So sometimes people shut down because they've gotten to the point where I'm just not gonna share anything with anyone no more because I'm hurt. And like I said, I can totally understand that. They tend to never, ever, ever trust anyone ever again. And in so many ways, that's sad. That's sad in so many ways. So I often wonder if that was because you felt you had to tell everything, or maybe you were just too trusting. But no matter what the reason is, no matter what the reason is, and we're getting ready to take a break in a second. No matter what the reason is, we can come to this place or position where we can say, "All right, lesson learned. I learned my lesson." Can you say it today? I've learned my lesson. Never again will I put myself in a position to be hurt again. Trust is a gift. It's a gift. If you hurt me, if you violated me, I have a choice. I can give that gift to you, back to you, or I can say no. So we need to be careful. If you're in a place in your life where you feel like you can't trust anyone, maybe you have been hurt um, by people and certain people, and, and and been placed in certain circumstances. I'm here to tell you, if you can understand that concept of trust, that it is a gift, it's valuable, it's precious, it's like gold. You don't just give it away. It's too expensive, it's too precious, it's too valuable, it's yours, it's something to be protected. It will be very meaningful in your life. I promise you it will. Are you enjoying the show so far? I hope you are. Once again, take a second and share today's live broadcast. Once again, I'll do this twice a month, every other Friday, where I'll just come and just talk about random subjects, some good stuff, some good stuff, because that's what we need. We need to talk about stuff of relevance that's going to inspire someone, that's going to help someone. Send me some hearts, send me some likes. Let me know that you're watching. Comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Is it safe to tell someone everything? I want to hear your thoughts, not just what I'm saying. I learn from you too. So we're gonna take a quick break, right quick. We talked about trust, but when I come back, we're going to talk about confession. So we know what trust is, but let's talk about confession. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to show you a little clip here. Many of you probably don't know. You probably do know I'm a pianist. I do play piano, and this is a song that I played not too long ago. It's called Misty. Look at me, la 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 la. It's a very old one. It's very pretty. I think you're gonna like it. So you enjoy this. I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Brother Henry and You Show. Did you like that? That's a song I played not too long ago called Misty, and I hope you enjoyed that. Um, so let's go back into our lesson. Right now, let's talk about confession. We talked about trust. Let's talk about confession. What is confession? Many people think confession means to confess something, and they're right. That's what confession is. But I have a deeper revelation of confession. And I put it here in my phone that I typed in last night. And confession just simply means, from what I wrote, it simply means I tell the truth. Now, can you put that in the comment section? Say, I tell the truth. That's all what confession is. I tell the truth. So, and telling the truth doesn't mean that you're going to be preoccupied or worrying about um, how someone will react to it. Because oftentimes we don't tell the truth because we're worried about how they're going to react to it or what they're going to say, how they're going to feel. The reality of it is that you can't be preoccupied and worried about that. Telling the truth, you can't worry about that. Now, is that normal to feel that way? Yes. Is it normal to withhold information because you're afraid of how someone will react to it? That is normal. But telling the truth or telling yourself, I must tell the truth about myself, you can't you can't filter your life through other people's experience. You can't worry about, well, what they gonna think about me, what they gonna say about me. If I show them the real me, what how they gonna feel. At the end of the day, it's not really about how they feel, it's about how you feel about yourself. How often have we been untruthful because we didn't know how someone would respond to it, or to us, or to the things that we may be struggling with in our life? How often have we kept things a secret or kept things to ourselves because we felt that way? I'll be honest, I've lied before. Have you lied before? I have. I've lied before, and I'll tell you the reason why I lied. Number one, I felt the person I was going to be truthful with would view me differently. If we be honest, sometimes we lie because we feel like if I truly tell this person what I'm struggling with and what I'm dealing with, I got a feeling in my mind, in my gut, that they're going to view me differently or they're going to treat me differently. I've seen this happen time and time again. And number two, the reason why I lie at the time is to protect something. And the only reason why people lie is to protect something. If you really want if you think about it, that's the only reason why people lie. So let me tell you, whether you lie or tell the truth, there is still going to be pain involved. There's still going to be hurt involved. But the pain is less intense when you tell the truth. So telling that person the truth about yourself or your struggles or what you're dealing with, it will hurt. It may hurt them to hear that. But at least at the end of the day, you can say, I told the truth. I got it off of my shoulder. I'm no longer hiding it. William Paul Young always says, you're only as sick as your secrets. And that is so true. That is so true. You are only as sick as your secrets. Those things you keep bottled up in you and you don't want nobody to know. Like I said, I'm not saying you have to tell everything, but there's some things you may want to share. There's some things inside of your life and in your heart that's literally tormenting you. And some of you got stuff inside of you you kept there for years. And it's just sitting there. It has taken residence in your heart. And I'm here today to tell you that you can process with someone. I don't care if you have to. I got good friends. Some of them are very popular. They're a therapist. You have to call a therapist and say, "Hey, this is what I'm struggling with." At least you know they won't tell no one because they can't. They can't tell anyone. So it's so easy to show people ourselves, but it's also easy to hide or only show people what we want them to see. It's so easy, especially on social media. Because we want people to see what we want them to see, but we don't let them see the real us or the person that they don't see on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatnot. So there is a difference. So confession, I tell the truth. Don't worry about how they're going to react. Don't worry about how they're going to respond. Just tell the truth. I know the ladies out there are like saying, Amen, Brother Henry. Just tell the truth. No, there's a difference between transparency and vulnerability. Vulnerability means you see part of me. And I say that because of reasons of boundaries. That's associated with boundaries. For me, just because I'm withholding things or maybe a private person in some aspects of my life doesn't mean I'm hiding anything. That's another misconception. People think like if you ain't telling everything, who you're married to, or where you live, and how much money you're making, where you work, and what kind of car you drive, you're hiding something. The reality of it is, I'm not hiding anything. I have a right to this privacy. What I say earlier, it's my space. It's my space. So yeah, you see part of me, but transparency, you see all of me. Woo! Now somebody type that in the comment section. That's pretty deep. Vulnerability, you see part of me. Transparency, you see all of me. We must learn to set boundaries and not be so naive and so trusting. It's healthy not to tell everything. It's healthy. Sometimes people will use the very thing you told them against you. They will use it against you. I've seen this happen many, many, many times. I'm telling you, I have. I've seen it happen many times. Keeping thoughts to yourself can be beneficial at times. It really can be beneficial at times. Never feel obligated, like you have to share everything with someone. Some of you feel obligated. Some of you feel like, well, I have to. I have to share everything. I have to tell everything. You don't. You don't. Because, like I said, sometimes people, it's not wise to tell everything. It's not wise to tell everyone everything because some people are just not ready for you. I said that earlier. They're not ready for that part of you yet. There is a people out there, like I stated earlier, that is ready for you, that will embrace you, that will accept you for who you are and not for what they think you should be. There is a people that will do that. So sometimes it's beneficial to keep things to yourself. Sometimes it's beneficial to not tell everything. And like I said, that is something that's precious. It's a gift, and I don't easily just throw it away or give it to anyone. It's a gift. It's okay to process with someone, but it's also okay to process in private. I had a young man the other day that called me that's having some issues, and he said, Henry, I don't mind processing in private, but he said, I need somebody to talk to. And he called me. We had a very confidential conversation. He said he felt a whole lot better, and I confirmed a lot of things in his life based on our conversation. That's what true friendship is. I didn't judge him. I didn't look down upon him. I just said, "Oh my, I can't believe you did that." I didn't do that. You know why? Because I'm a safe space and I'm a safe place, and I know what it's like to be judged. I know what it's like to be ridiculed. I know what it's like to be looked down on. I know what it's like to be open with someone that you think is trustworthy, and you find out they use that to hurt you in the end. So everyone will not understand you or your expression. I think we spend a lot of time worrying about that. Well, people not going to understand me. There are two types of people in the world. You got people that understand you, and you got people who are not trying to. Stop worrying about people trying to understand you. You may never be fully understood. Of course, all of us are always, in so many ways, misunderstood, but you may never be fully understood. That's okay. That's okay. It's all right. You still have to develop. You still have to grow. You still have to learn. It's okay. I'm okay if I'm misunderstood. I'm okay if everybody don't dig me. I'm okay if everybody don't understand. That's not my problem at the end of the day. So not everyone will understand you. They will not understand your expression or how you express yourself. That is so true. They may not. But remember, like I said, it's not about that at the end of the day. It's about being true to yourself. Some people portray, or they may come across as loving. They may come across as accepting or as trusting, but inwardly, they're not. How many times we've been fooled over the years by believing that people are trusting or that everyone cares or that I can share anything with everyone. It's going to be all right. No, no, that is not true. That is actually that's far from the truth. Because inwardly, they may be the opposite of what they're saying. Most people that are trusting are not going to come out and tell you, "I'm trusting, I'm loving." I think it's effortless. You just one of my friends always talk about vibrations. You just tell through the vibrations, through the vibes, that this person is. I can share anything with this person. And that happens over time. You just don't, back to that trust thing again, you just don't trust someone just to trust them right away. That does happen over time. I'm not going to meet you on the first day and say, "Oh, I trust you." No. It happens over time and it happens as we build relationships with each other. I'm not just going to trust you with my life. I'm not just going to trust you with things I'm struggling with. I'm not just going to trust you to tell you everything. I'm not going to do it. If I do, We have to build a real. I'm talking. I ain't talking about just just Facebook friends. No, we have to literally build a trust. That means talk on the phone, text, engage, meet if we can. So keep in mind that opening up to someone will do two things for you. It will either help you or it will hurt you. I It's happened to me in the past. It will help you or it will hurt you. I remember not too long ago, um, I had went to a young lady who was in my life, and I was struggling with depression. And of course, this was somebody I was close to at one time, and you would think like, okay, out of all people, you can go to someone that you're close to, right, and share information with. And this person totally twisted the whole thing. It's a demon. It's the devil. It's spiritual warfare. And you know what that did? Her response made me worse. It made me worse, and it taught me that sometimes you can't even go to your wife, or you can't go to your husband, or you can't go to a brother, or you can't go to somebody that's close to you. That's the most hurtful thing. It's one thing for a friend to betray you or turn you down or look at you different, or you can't be open with them without them having any type of preconceived ideas or trying to diagnose you. It's a demon. You think that really helped me at that time? Do you think I ever opened up to her again? No, it shut me down. So that's why I said earlier, I know why people shut down. I know why people shut down in the church world. I know why people shut down who've been hurt by the church, of course. I know why people shut down and people in the secular world because we've been hurt. We've had people have had situations just like I've had. We write people off. It's a demon. We like to diagnose and okay, that's what it. No, it's not. What if it's not a demon? What if I just need somebody to listen? What if I need you to be a safe place for me right now? What if I need you to not have preconceived ideas of what you think is wrong with me? What if I just need you to listen? What's ever wrong with just listening to someone? What's ever wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. The greatest gift you can give someone is a listening ear. Never forget that. That's the greatest gift you can give a person is a listening ear. Not having all the answers, not feeling like um, you have to um, have all the answers for everything, but just being there to listen and learn and grow and develop. At the end of the day, I feel like that's important. So people will help you or they will hurt you. And it all is a result of what you decide to share with them. What are you sharing with people? What are you telling people about yourself? What are you doing? It will heal you or it will create wounds or produce wounds in your life. Whoever you decide to share things with. It's up to you. Is it safe to tell someone everything? I don't think it is. I just think it's wisdom to say no sometimes. I think it's wisdom and beneficial, as I said earlier, to just keep things to yourself. I can't tell you how many people I know, my God, in my life that has been hurt by people, well, in the church world or secular world, because they were too trusting. They were naive. They were gullible. Oh, I can open up to this person. I can share some intimate details with them, and you come to find out that you couldn't, or that that person violated your trust, as we talked about earlier. There's the most devastating feeling ever. And the person that this happened to ended up hurt, not helped. They ended up hurt, not healed. There's a difference. There's a difference. So I'm cautious. I'm very, if you want to say I'm selective, call me that. I'm selective who I open up my life to. I'm very selective who I share information with. I'm very selective who I trust. And that doesn't make me arrogant. That doesn't make me think I know better than anyone else. That doesn't make me perfect. It just means I create boundaries. I set boundaries. It's not for you to know unless I build a relationship with you and trust you to that point where I feel like I can do that. So should we tell everything? I guess that would depend on you. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Should we tell everything? What does that depend on? But as for me, I choose, as I said a few seconds ago, I choose to be selective as to what I allow in my life, as to who I share things with in my life. I choose to be selective. You continue to be yourself. As we go to a close, that's my encouragement to you today. You continue to be yourself and find someone to pour out your heart to. Find someone to pour out your soul to and to be a safe place. Again, like I said earlier, I'm not talking about this stuff that only you and God knows. Well, of course, it's the stuff that you and God knows. I'm just saying stuff that you've kept hidden that you know you need to talk to somebody about. I remember a preacher friend of mine had lunch with one of his friends, and his friend was sitting there at the dinner table, and he was like, the church is going great, everything's going great, the offerings are great, we have different programs for the kids. I'm telling you, the ministry just thriving. It's just powerful. It's going great. And then my friend looked at him and said, "Okay, now tell me something that only you and God knows." And you know what happened? He broke down and started crying. That crushed him. That's all he needed to hear. Tell me something that only you and God knows. That's those dark places in your life. Those dark. Everybody has them. I do. Don't allow anyone to make you feel guilty or condemned by your secrets or by the things that you have. And in so many ways, it's not a secret. It's just that I don't trust you with it. It's not a secret many times. Now, some things that we have as a secret, we do need to tell somebody about to get help, not to be humiliated, but to receive wholeness in that area, to be healed in that area. I like when he said that. He said, "No," he said, that's great. I'm glad your ministry is thriving. I'm glad things are going great for you. But now you tell me something that only you and God knows about." And he started to open up about his marital problems and different struggles that he was having in his life. Those are the type of people I like to sit down and talk about. I don't want to hear about, and that's great that you got a great profession or a great job and all. That's great, but okay, now let's be really transparent with each other. Let me show you all of me. You show me all of you, I'll show you all of me. But till then, we just have to be vulnerable. I'll show you part of me, but not all of me. So you continue to be yourself. Find somebody that'll be a safe space and a safe place for you. Finding that safe place at the end of the day is key. Finding that safe place and that safe space is the key. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. This is our actually, like I said, this is our first one, and we'll be doing this every other Friday. So not next Friday, but the Friday after, I'll be back. And like I said, we'll just be talking about different subjects. I really appreciate everybody who have commented, who have liked, who have shared. And again, I want to hear your feedback. What are your thoughts on this? Is it safe to share everything with everyone? You may be watching and you may be saying, you know what, I really enjoy watching the Brother Henry and You show. I've been doing this for about 12 or 13 years. Um, And I tell you, it's been a real pleasure to be able to come to your homes, on your jobs, on your phones, your iPad, your laptop, or whatever, to be able to bring these type of episodes to you. And you may be watching, and there's no pressure at all. But you may be watching, you may be saying, I want to contribute something to the Brother Henry and You show. I want to give back to him. He invests so much into people. I want to do something for him. I just want to let you know that we do have a PayPal that we've had for a while, and we're just now making it public. Um, the PayPal is PayPal at Henry Harris 1343. You can PayPal at Henry Harris 1343, and you'll see my photo on there. And any contribution that you make, I really would appreciate it. So I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, make sure you share this broadcast, and you have an amazing day.